And we're down here pregame with Cam Pollock, the freshman guard from Manchester, New Hampshire. Cam, you're almost halfway through what is your freshman season. Talk about how your adjustment has been here to college basketball.
It's been a big adjustment, you know. It's been fast-paced. Everybody's much stronger. And the biggest adjustment for me right now is being small and playing with all these big guys, and especially that three-point line. It's just 2 feet out. It's a big difference, I can say that.
Yeah, and guys are closing on you with, as you said, a wider wingspan and all that. So exactly. it's and that's typically what we hear. It's a speed kind of thing and all that. You guys have been pretty blessed to have the start of the season that you've had so far. All guys contributing all the time.
Yeah,
and one of the things I've noticed is that kind of the three-man rotation that you guys have been able to utilize with ball handling responsibility. So I'm sure in high school you were handling almost every dribble of the game. And here you guys can spread it out a little bit. Wide will take over at times, and you get a little bit of a break.
Yeah, exactly.
So talk about what your role is on the team so far this year, how that has evolved.
So my role is much different from high school, where I used to do a lot of things, but now mine is be the backup for Wyatt and Jay if they need a sub. You know, when I get in the game, shoot the ball and control the pace of the game. I bring a lot of IQ, Coach says, so that's what I try to do. And they make it easy on me. They bring the lead up, so then when I come in, I don't have to do too much. I just got to fill their shoes and
find who's got the hot hand in the game.
Exactly,
I mean, that game that Wyatt went off for 33 points. I mean, you guys were coming in and you were just saying, hey, go run somewhere where you get open. We'll find you.
Yeah, he's been doing his thing. Wyatt has been doing his thing.
So it's a team effort as well. And, of course, you'll spend a lot of time sitting next to Coach Gagne if you don't come in with some high-intensity defense. Is that correct?
Exactly, yeah. If you don't do your role, you're going to sit on the bench. But everybody knows their role and everybody does what they got to do. And that's why our record is where it is right now, because we play as a team.
Well, a non-league game here today, and then some important games coming up next week. And we never do look ahead, but it's going to be exciting. It's going to be your first big rivalry game. Cam, looking forward to that.
One game at a time, but next week we're definitely looking forward to that.
Well, Cam, I want to thank you for coming on here. Continued success here.
Thank you.
Love talking to you. Met you all fall helping us out here when we were doing soccer there with your work study.
Yes,
tremendous. Glad you're having a good semester.
Thank you.
Cam Pollock, freshman from Manchester, New Hampshire. We'll come back. We'll have more pregame activities after this.
Have you heard about free college?
It's free.
It's free.
It's free.
Recent high school graduates from the classes of 2020, 21, 22, and 23 can attend CMCC for free. The free college scholarship pays 2 years of tuition and mandatory fees. No income or age limits. What are you waiting for? It's free.
Leaving CM with no debt is going to set me up for my future.
Visit cmcc.edu/free for details.
About ready for the tip-off. Jim Toomey along with executive producer Rob Munzing, Andrew Severson on the camera. Central Maine women won the first game over Berkeley College, 67-28. Now the men's matchup. And I know Rob Munzing saw Berkeley defeat University of Maine Fort Kent last night, so once the introductions are done, we'll have some comments from Rob. Head coach of Berkeley, Jonathan Pena, who is a graduate of Berkeley, I believe. Dave Gagne is 26th year, head coach of Central Maine Community College.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen.
Here's Andrew Dexler.
At Kirk Hall on campus of Central Maine Community College for today's USCA men's basketball game featuring the visiting Berkeley College Knights and your Central Maine Mustangs. Here's today's starting lineup for the visiting Knights. From Brooklyn, New York, number 0, Gianna Bruner. From Brooklyn, New York, number 1, Kawaya Nsungu. From Brooklyn, New York, number 3, Tashawn Moore. From Queens, New York, number 12, Mark Combs. And from Brooklyn, New York, number 15, Kenneth Hines. The head coach of the Knights is Jonathan Pena.
Who's getting a start today, Rob? Freshman from Westbrook, but he went to Deering High School.
Been playing better every game, Jim. Gets his start today.
Let's see how much action Michael Connolly.
Yeah, he was getting wrapped. You see him before the game. Yeah, he's getting a wrap on his rib area.
Yeah. He's got like a flak jacket almost underneath.
Yeah, right. Yes, I noticed that.
Now, you saw the Knights against UM Fort Kent. Is that correct?
Well, I was watching a little bit.
That's right. You were at Augusta. Okay.
I got here about halftime of that game, and of course I was doing my setup for the UMA women's game the next night. So, the next game. So I was.
But they won that game.
They did.
Berkeley.
They did over UMA Fort Kent.
So we got some tall timbers in there on both sides. We'll see whether it becomes an inside game, outside game, a little bit of both. Hope fans of both schools enjoy this one. On Munzing Media Sports, the official streaming partner of Central Maine College Athletics. The tab controlled by the Mustangs in their home white uniforms. Comes into McKissick. Hathaway off balance. Misses. Rebound by Hines. With the basketball is Combs. Left at a foul line extended. Moore. Halfway through shot clock, Knights. Moore being guarded by Caldwell. 12 is Combs. 5 to shoot. They go inside. The spinning move back outside with 1 on the shot clock. Comes up short for Tashawn Moore. And where do we get going there? On something underneath?
Ball stuck.
Oh, I didn't even look up.
Yeah, we had a little disjointed start to that one where the women's game ran so long, and we'd already set when we do 2 separate games, so we had to go in and adjust the start of the second game, get that thing going, and that's why it was a little disjointed.
So you go to the arrow on that play. Inside, it goes down for Kenneth Hines, a 6'6" freshman from Brooklyn. Last year I saw one thing I never saw. Was it here or some other place? On a foul shot, it got wedged between the rim and the backboard.
Yeah.
How many shots have I seen?
Yeah, right.
From the foul line. Hines going for the old-fashioned three-point play. Back rim, rebound McKissick. Henderson gives up his dribble to Hathaway. Front court to Henderson on the far side. Caldwell dials one up. In and out. Rebound underneath and a whistle.
Yeah, McKissick got fouled underneath. Brought it back down, drew the contact, was hoping for the three-point play, I think, Jim, because he probably could have gone up quickly with it. But
McKissick averaging 8.4 points a game, 11.4 points. a sophomore from Laconia, New Hampshire, Laconia High School, near Lake Winnipesaukee. That one spins down and out. And 0 for 2 at the line. A rebound by Usangu.
Doug Thompson, we should be all set on the live feed. You might need to refresh your browser if you're not getting it.
Here's a move off the back rim. No good by Bruner. Here come the Mustangs. Down the lane, Samahosa somehow kept it alive. Knocked out by the Knights. Samahosa in the paint to McKissick. Sort of stumbled through, got the shot away. Here's Hines bringing it up, playing a little point guard. Underneath, and a foul against McKissick, I think.
Two big men right there, Jim.
A couple of tight ends. And Michael Connolly's going to check in about a minute and a half into this game.
Hines lists at 6'6". They don't have weights.
No. He's got all 3 Knight points.
As much as Marco wants to stay out of foul trouble early in games, he just can't seem to get past that bugaboo, Jim. 2 fouls.
Ever since you gave him a hint not to, I noticed.
We talked about it on an interview. He says, yeah, I'm trying.
1 out of 2 for Hines. 4-0. The Berkeley Knights out of New York City. Conley to Caldwell. Hathaway on the far side. Henderson, ball is tipped away. 2-on-1 break. Berkeley comes up short by Moore. Down in front of us, Caldwell catches it. Samahosa dishes it off baseline. Conley double teamed and taken away by Berkeley. Usangu. Head and shoulders fake. No good by Bruner. Rebound Knights. To Sean Moore, the sophomore from Brooklyn. Far side. Now they come this near side. Left baseline. They go way out top. Nice catch by Moore. Inside the foul line, just before the shot clock. Usangu got it away, but it didn't go down. Yes. Here's Henderson. Hathaway comes out of the corner. Henderson behind the arc. Pretty tough defense right here by Berkeley. As I say that, they come up with a steal. 2-on-1 break. No good. It was an unselfish play, Rob, but what happened is the player who caught the ball was almost underneath the rim by that point.
Yeah, that was a real tough finish spot.
No, you're up. Gotta call a foul. It's a lot of contact out down there.
Jump shot from 16 feet. Good. Kawaye Usangu.
Right there. That's not a foul.
He's from Brooklyn, New York.
Way more contact down there than that. Hey, three. Huddle.
Jonathan Pena said early, he says, call the fouls, and they called the foul. He said, not now.
Yeah, not out of the corner. Good. 3-pointer, bang. I couldn't see it. Is that Mipori Samahosa?
Yes, it was.
I don't think he's got many threes, if any. We'll have to check. Lost out of bounds. It's going to be Mustangs basketball.
Three. Drop.
Goes to Caldwell. Stolen away. Very quick Knights team, Rob, as well as some size.
Yes, they are.
Underneath. Up and good on the floating shot by Kenneth Hines. We have a timeout. 16-13 to go in the first half. Berkeley College 8, Central Maine Community College 3 on Munzing Media Sports.
Yeah, just one basket so far. You're going to see it's a 3. Conley starts to the hole, whips it across. As we said, Conley's a good passer. Hoser way outside. He knocks that three down. As you said, we haven't seen him take a lot of threes. Getting the start. Looks like he's earned it.
And the updated stats coming in, Conley from his center position leads the Mustangs with 3.2 assists.
There you go.
Followed by Henderson at 3.2. So this game hasn't really settled in yet.
No, it hasn't.
A little edge, obviously, to Berkeley. They're, again, a good combination of size and quickness for the Knights.
You know, when we see the non-league teams, Jim, come in and, we take a look at their stats and all that, we have no idea of the teams and the strength of the schedule they've played coming in.
That is true.
So you can see that, this team would be very competitive within the YSCC.
Comes down to Caldwell. Conley returns it to Caldwell. They play pass. Now Conley skips it to the far side. He's got that great visibility. Henderson does not get the roll. Little volleyball by Conley, but the Knights come away with it. Eight to 3 Berkeley, 15:45 to go, first half. Number 12 is Combs. There's a shot by Combs. It rattles off. Rebound Conley. Knocked away. The Knights get it back. They're in close, and they score. I think that was Kawaiwe Yusungu. Jump shot baseline. Caldwell is good.
Yeah, beautiful movement there by the Mustangs here to break that one, Jim. Give me a second, folks at home. I'll set that one up for a replay. Some beautiful passing. A beautiful break of the pressure. We got a chance to look at this since we got a timeout. We'll take a look at the whole sequence. It's going to come into Hathaway. Take you right through it. Wyatt surveys the scene. Gets the loop pass, changes the floor, then they hit the middle, then the weak side cut right here to Hathaway. Hathaway looks up, doesn't even put the ball on the floor all the way across. Lets it go. Hey, Andrew, I need you to zoom all the way across the floor. Find a spectator, please. I got to have you focus the camera. We're out of focus. Keep going, all the way in on somebody over there. Now focus the camera, Andrew. Okay, now come back out. We're all set. Thank you.
Hey, get him moving,
That was Semahosa's third three-point attempt this year in his first make, so he was 1 out of 3 now. A floating shot does not stay down. That was taken by Moore, and we have a foul in the ensuing action.
Sorry for the on-camera production that we're doing here, but we don't have a separate line upstairs to the camera, so I noticed the camera was out of focus. Happens sometimes. Lighting changes in here when we go from afternoon to dusk.
And turnover, Mustangs. So far as shots in the air, 13 for Berkeley, only 6 for the Mustangs.
Want to thank Cam Pollock for coming on with us pregame. His family proud of the interview. Yeah, amazing kid. I got to talk to Cam all fall. He was part of his work study. He was working, setting up the soccer games, and baseball games, all the things we were doing there. Very helpful, great kid, very personable. We love our Mustangs.
Mark Coombs still has it. The fall away. Swish. Ooh. Nice touch. Mark Combs, senior from Queens. 12-5. Berkeley comes into McKissick, who's returned. Semahosa on the drive, and a foul.
Yeah, so DeMarco in. He might have to ghost up a few times on defense, Jim, not get as involved as he likes to.
And it comes down to those split-second decisions sometimes. And sometimes your mind is saying, I'm not going to foul, but your instinct of being competitive sometimes surpasses that.
What is it that they say? Discretion being the better part of valor at times.
All right, subs for the Knights. Number 11, Karanja Bright, freshman from Bronx. And 31, Rashawn Thomas, a senior from Bronx, New York. At the line, Vapori Samahuza makes it a 5-point deficit. Handling the ball is Combs. In the corner, they go back out. Good ball movement here by Berkeley.
Nice tip.
Boston Caldwell got in the passing lane, deflected it, and his teammates come up with it. Hathaway for 3. Bang! And Central Maine needed that.
Yeah, getting back in rhythm a little bit, Jim. You talked about how out of sync the offense was there for a bit.
6 minutes into the game, 12-10 Berkeley. Inside, and they go into the corner, nobody home.
Hines was saying, boy, I was open, but not open where you threw it.
Your interviewee is checked in, Cam Pollock, number 3, 5'10 freshman, Manchester, New Hampshire, Manchester Memorial.
Yeah, so many of the kids that come out of high school, they're do-it-all type players for their high school, and they realize very shortly that, they might have a more specialized role.
You guys watching, man?
And we have a scrum out there, folks.
Got some big bodies here, going to have to untangle them. White Hathaway's used to that. He was a terrific football player at Leavitt High School. DeMarco played football, too, in high school. He was a tight end, believe it or not.
Well,
I guess throwing some passes around to him out on the soccer field one day.
Good hands, I assume.
Yeah, so they gave me the ball, and I waved Marco out. He went out about 10 yards and stopped, and I looked at him and said, Marco, keep going, big guy.
Yeah.
So he ran down the field. I mean, he didn't know that just a few years ago, like 50 years ago, I could throw the ball.
Inside, there's your man McKissick's block. Malik Foster in number 4 for the Mustangs. I'll tell you, this is going to be a battle to the end. I sense this. Very physical game here. 3-pointer Knights. Bang.
Well done, inside, outside.
That was Karanja Bright. Caldwell.
Oh,
bang. Yeah. Boston Caldwell answers.
Whoa. Hey. Just had one of the kids sit on our scorer's table, push it back into my lap. Oh boy, I was going to make a replay here. May have gone by the boards. Let's see.
All right. I have no idea what happened on the other end, except now they put a foul on Cam Pollock.
11, right?
Oh, excuse me, not, I guess Pollock.
Here's the 3 by Boston. Shot that one from the South Shore, Boston.
Berkeley leading by 2. Outside Moore. 8 to shoot. Moore for 3. Bang. To Sean Moore. Long range. Up to 5 points. Samahuza. Passes down the corner. Stolen away by Berkeley. Stops. Shoots. Does not get the roll. Is to Sean Moore. Rebound McKissick. Pollock quickly. Caldwell dials one up. Bang!
Smooth as silk on that release.
Auckland, New Zealand, a little bit bigger than Auburn. Auckland, New Zealand, close to 2 million people. I think Auburn, around 25,000?
I think so, yeah.
Between Lewiston and Auburn, maybe 45 or 50, but river cities. 3-pointer. Bang! Who is that man in the corner? It's number 13, Raheem Swinton, who just checked in. A sophomore. NYC. McKissick comes up short. Rebound Berkeley. They rotated for another three. This one short by Swinton. McKissick grabbed an easy rebound. Foster goes in. He's double teamed. Back outside. Semahuza stops, shoots, got it. Mapori, Semahuza.
Mapori, what a good head and shoulder fake. Get himself a little closer to the basket. Knocked it down.
21-18. Here's a three-pointer. Bang! To Sean Moore from long distance.
How many for Moore? Boy, he's heating up. He's got probably 3 threes.
Let's see if it changes. He has 2 out of 3 right now. It might be updated in a second. Out of the corner. No good by Caldwell. 24-18, here come the Knights. Now they slow it down off the break. Moore. Out by midcourt. Still 12 to shoot. Here's a shot. Oh, bang! To Sean Moore. All of a sudden, it's a 9-point Berkeley lead. Caldwell. Bang!
Got gunslingers out there.
He changed sides of the court with his three-point attempt.
Gosh.
Same result. Halfway through this first half, 27-21 Berkeley. High post, they dump it out. Behind his back goes Thomas. Three-pointer, no good. That was taken by Hines. The Knights get it back. Down to 10 on the shot clock. Cam Pollock playing defense. There's a drive. There's a shot with 2 seconds on the shot clock. No good, but the rebound put up. I think that was Karanja Bright.
Yeah, not even a rebound, Jim. I think it was an air ball. Went right to him.
29-21 and turnover CM.
Well, this kid's been shooting lights out here for Berkeley. Moore, watch his stroke right here. Well outside the 3 arc. All net.
Yeah, 3 out of 4 from long distance for 9 points. With the ball, Thomas. Thomas gets it back, skips it out front to the aforementioned to Sean Moore. All kinds of stuff happening by the Central Maine bench. Nice catch by Moore. 7 on the shot clock. Three-pointer. Side of the rim by Thomas. Rebound loose in the lane. The Knights have it. And then lost by somebody. Should mention 32, Josh Thompson has checked in. Sophomore from Christchurch, New Zealand, out of Shirley Boys School.
Yeah, looking for Josh, get some board banging going in there.
Yeah, he's missed some time, I think, hasn't he?
The Knights are doing a good job on the boards here.
Yeah, I'll give you the stat in a second. Three-pointer out of the corner. Comes up short. That was taken by Bruner. Rebound's actually pretty close right now. And Foster is fouled. Team foul number 5 on the Knights. The Mustangs have 4. Malik Foster from Lewiston, Maine, right across the river, Lewiston High School. Mark Combs checking in. Tashawn Moore will take a break. I bet you'll be back soon. Pollock being watched by Thomas. Pollock will shoot a 3. Conley back in the game. Goes into Conley. Conley off glass and good. Nice adjustment by Conley because he didn't have the angle for the dunk rob, so he decided to go off glass. Three-pointer the other way. It's off by Combs. Rebound Conley. Trailing by 6. Mustangs basketball. Foster goes to Pollock. Pollock stops, shoots, does not get the roll. Pollock gets the rebound, dishes to Conley. Conley through traffic, lost it. Grabbed out of the air by Swinton. Combs in the front court, pass to a teammate. Comes back out to Thomas. On the drive, Thomas guarded closely by Pollock. Here's a baseline drive for the Knights. Swish. Nice soft touch on the drive by Bright.
Here's that Conley play you mentioned, Jim. Little pick and roll, nice bounce pass inside. And as you said, no chance for the dunk. Go up with a conventional layup. They still count them as 2 points.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, if you don't have the right angle, I think there's a greater chance to hurt yourself, too. Jeremiah Simeon, 14 in for the Mustangs. 6'2 freshman, Norwalk, Connecticut, Norwalk High School. Hathaway back in for the three. Back rim. Rebound Knights. Here they come. All the way. Combs score the basket. We got one more. You know, I'm purposely now not saying and one. You know why?
No.
Because everybody does it.
Oh, okay.
NBA, college, anything. And one.
Well, here comes
me.
Combs.
That's just me. Think of something different.
On the fly. Beautiful finish.
Old-fashioned three-point play for Mark Combs. All of a sudden, it's a double-digit lead for Berkeley College. Also, Simeon goes out top, way out to half court to Hathaway. Hathaway spins and lost out. Excellent defense by Berkeley. And the bench like that one, I think that was Rashawn Thomas on the defense. We'll take a timeout. 6:38 to go in the first half. Berkeley College of New York City 34, Central Maine Community College 23 on Munzing Media Sports.
Yeah, more action tomorrow. We'll move down the street to the Norway Savings Bank Arena as the Mustangs will get back on home ice finally. Had 2 games postponed, unfortunately. Just when they were on a hot streak, they came back, tied it up, and won a game in overtime, and then the next 2 home games got postponed. But they did play Wentworth last week.
What a great asset to have that facility.
Yeah.
It's not on campus, but it's the closest thing you can to being on campus. What's like 2/10 of a mile?
Yeah, right down the road.
3/10 at the most, you know.
So we'll be here just before 4 o'clock, about 3:45 on the air. Of course, with hockey, you know, it depends if games get, behind a little bit, but that's the shoot for time. 4 o'clock start, puck drop. Greg Glenn will be along for the call of that one.
Yeah, most of these arenas have, 6 to 8 games a day at all levels, right?
Oh, gosh, yeah. They'll start first thing in the morning, be playing games. They get backed up a little bit.
Yeah, sometimes a high school looking for a practice. Okay, we got you Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Can you be here at 10 at night?
Yeah, or 5 o'clock in the morning. The Mustangs practice the early morning shift before classes.
Okay.
Got Donovan Jackson in the game.
He's number 10. 5'9" freshman from Lewiston. He's in there with Hathaway, Simeon, Thompson, and Conley. I'm not sure we've seen this combination.
No, I don't think we have. Well, Josh has been out for a while, so he's back in, so that's good.
Berkeley with the basketball with his 11-point lead. And traveling on that baseline. All kinds of pressure there.
It's a good test for the Mustangs now. A little adversity.
Yes.
In a non-league game against a really good opponent, these kinds of things you want out of these non-league games. Hathaway got hit.
Let's see, still Mustangs ball. 23 still on the shot clock. Thompson throws it in. What are they going to call? I think they got a holding foul on Berkeley.
Pass interference.
Yeah, Jeremiah Simeon was trying to reach the ball, and the official said he was being held.
Jonathan Pena yelled out, "No way." He's animated up and down the sidelines, that's for sure.
Lost in the lane. This is a 2-on-1 break coming up. They do the trailer and they get the layup. Excellent execution by the Knights. Getting in the scorebook, Rashawn Thomas. There's a drive. No good by Conley. The Knights have it. Let's see. Stepping on that far sideline. Berkeley Knights, so it'll be Mustangs ball. Henderson returns. Caldwell returns. Simeon remains in. Conley and McKissick. Central Maine trying to make a little run here. The last 5:46 to go in this half. Certainly want to get it to single digits. That's always a goal. As a minimum, the trail by 13 here. Conley goes to the far side to Henderson. Caldwell comes out. Boston Caldwell, bounce pass to McKissick, down the lane, contact. McKissick will shoot two.
Pick and roll, nicely done. McKissick looking for the finish, didn't get it. He gets two.
Yeah, he missed his two free throws earlier in the half. One more for Marco. DeMarco McKissick does not get the roll. Thomas in the front court. Now Combs has it. Three-pointer, Berkeley, bang. Who was that man? Karanja Bright. All of a sudden, Rob Munzing has 16 points.
And the pressure's bothering the Mustangs here.
And now it goes back the other way. Jaden Henderson fakes, looks for help, and stolen away by the Knights. Henderson hustling back. Loose ball picked up by Bruner. And a creative shot falls away.
Three on McKissick now.
He's got 5 rebounds, but he's scoreless, and he's probably going to come out.
Well, they started to the scorers table. Somebody got called back.
Both teams in the 1-on-1 at least the rest of the half.
Somoza started to the scorers table. And Torrey got called back to the bench, so they're going to let DeMarco play with 3. Learning experience.
Yes. 1 out of 2 for Bruner, the junior from Brooklyn. 40-23. Three-pointer, no good. Out of the corner was Caldwell. Or rather, let's see, that's Henderson. A long 2 for Jaden Henderson.
Yeah, Jaden got himself good position there, knocked it home.
That's his first points. Shot from outside, no good by Berkeley. We're on the floor again.
He can't jump on him. No, he can't jump on him.
Fouls on Berkeley, I think, and their coaching staff not pleased. So a timeout by Berkeley.
Yeah, Berkeley called a timeout down on the floor, and the ball was dead, and that's when a lot of the action, and that's exactly what you see in the explanation for right down in front of us. And coach got the explanation and said, "Hey, yeah, okay, I got you. Yeah, you called timeout. You know, no foul after a timeout."
Referee's going, "Don't blame me. I didn't call a timeout."
Exactly. So we may or may not have Mr. Caldwell come over at halftime. Boston's dad stopped in before, I think it was halftime of the women's game.
Yes.
And I invited him to come on and talk about the experience. that Boston is having here and his experience coming up to visit. So he was a little shy, but I tried to convince him that it would be a good thing. So we don't know whether or not my try to get him on has worked. So if he comes over, we'll be able to talk to one of the dads of one of the players here. He's here on an extended stay. See Boston Caldwell play. He's seen him light it up so far in the game. I think probably Boston's our high scorer for the Mustangs.
Double digit with 11. I told him you were kind, too. You know,
yes.
Just trying to pave the way.
I'm not exactly Mike Wallace on these interviews.
Yeah. Rashid Abdullan in number 2 for Berkeley. 6-foot freshman from NYC. Missed by the Knights. Rebound Conley. Semahoza cross to Henderson. Semahoza got it back. He drives, comes up short. McKissick's still in there, Rob.
He is. He's playing with 3.
Wow.
I think Dave wants him to get a learning experience here. You know, it's a non-league game. Let's say this happens in a big tilt during YSCC play. You got to learn to play with 3 fouls. So I think it's a good idea, a good use of this game by Coach Gagne. Not his first rodeo.
Oh, how many dribbles has he seen? Think about it. Jump shot, Semahuza, no good. McKissick gets it back, and I think he's going back to the line. You see Michael Conley's got some cotton in the nostril, so he might have a nosebleed. Either because it's so dry, or he might have got hit.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's the old thing you used to see back in the old school days.
It is very dry because it's really cold and clear air, dry air. People turn your humidifiers on.
Yeah. Well, DeMarco's got to break the string here of misses. Because what's going to happen, he's going to get mugged every time he gets a ball underneath him. They're just going to, run at him like they used to. Who was that NBA guy? They used to foul every time he got it.
There's a couple of them this year.
Shaq was one of them. Shack-a-hack.
I'll think about it.
Back in the day.
40-25 Berkeley. And definitely Mustangs have left some points at the foul line. Abdullan.
Mustangs falling into a zone here.
Bruner with it right in front of the Central Main bench. Bruner to the far side. Coming up shooting. No good. Well, let's see what they could call. That was Abdullan.
Jaden Henderson, I believe, is going to get called in the foul, yeah.
I think there's only 2 shots. Okay, Henderson. Yeah, it's 2 shots. He was inside the arc. Mark Combs at the line, senior from Queens. And the friendly roll at the away gym.
Congratulations to Mustang women. They stay undefeated on the season. They beat the Berkeley women in the first game.
Nice save on the rebound off the miss by Conley. Conley got it back. Here's Henderson. Caldwell for 3. Off the rim, rebound. Conley up and in. Conley caught it in midair. Never came down, Rob.
That's the way. You don't get blocked that way.
Under 3 minutes to go first half. Mustangs cut it to 14. Combs directs a little traffic. Comes this near side to Bruner. Now they go inside. A little baby hook shot. No. By Hines. Hung there and fell off. Semahoza out top to Henderson. Henderson is fouled on the hold. I think we've seen more activity by the visiting coaches in the first semester than we did all last year.
Yeah. A rare.
I'm saying it's not all bad. It's just
an assistant coach getting a word or two in, which is usually no with officials. They'll let the head coach chime them up, but usually that assistant coach gets up and starts to say a syllable, and
Yeah.
that's usually the end of it.
Jaden Henderson gets the bonus on the 1-and-1 make. The pride of Herman High School, Jaden Henderson. (41-28).
Yeah, Herman's had a great program.
The Herman Hawks. I think team foul number 9 on Central Maine went on Henderson. Hathaway's going to return momentarily, I believe.
Yeah, Henderson will come out. It's been a physical game, Jim.
Oh, yes.
We've really been getting after it. The Knights play very aggressively at the defensive end. They are challenging every breath out there. And that's good. That's a good test you
Yes.
want. You want that kind of test, for sure.
Bruna made the first that you could see on your camera shot by Andrew Severson. He gets the bonus. That one is in and out. Rebound bounces around. Samahuza to McKissick. Stolen for a second, and then Samahuza travels. And McKissick is still in the game, Rob. You think this is a learning time for
I think that's what Coach Gagne's after here. And so far, he's passed the test. You know, he's carried those 3 fouls. Still playing effectively.
Heading near the 2-minute mark remaining. Berkeley slowing it down with this 14-point lead.
Zone again.
And traveling in the corner is Abdulin. Cam Pollock back in, brings it across the timeline. And a reach and foul. And the Berkeley coaching staff didn't like that. I'm not saying the call. They didn't like the move by their defensive player.
Yeah,
it was like a reach in.
We get hockey tomorrow. You do that in hockey tomorrow, they'll call it hooking.
Cam Pollock, Manchester, New Hampshire.
Good foul shooter too, is Cam.
I talked to him briefly before you had him on mic, and I said, I was in Manchester as an elementary student. I said, I know what Manchester Memorial is. He said, I actually lived on the west side. Nicely done. But he went to school at Memorial High School, which is on the other side of the Merrimack River, like in the south side of Manchester. And I was right, Rob. My memory bank, the Crusaders are the nickname of Memorial High School.
There you go, Jim.
Don't ask me. I was up there again, elementary age, before returning to Maine.
You're a savant.
Story for another time. Almost a fast break. But in the end, a turnover leads to a basket by Mark Combs.
Combs with an athletic finish.
14-point lead. Hathaway, jump pass in front of us to Simeon. Caldwell returns it to Simeon. Halfway through the shot clock, Mustangs. Caldwell goes behind his back, and I think he was tagged or held.
I got a hand check on him, I believe.
Haven't you seen games when hand checks aren't called early on, but if it becomes a little bit rougher in other types of action, then all of a sudden the hand checks are called? I think there's a message trying to be sent. That
de-escalate.
also, officials don't like people reaching
Right.
and being out of position. Soft touch there by Boston Caldwell.
Yeah, it's a dance, isn't it, to officiate? You know, get a flow of the game, and you know, you got some big bodies out there. You got to keep kids safe, but you want flow.
That one is off. Simeon had a hand on it, and let's see. Raheem Swinton is checked in for the Knights, and it's going to be Mustangs' ball after the missed foul shot, lost out of bounds by Berkeley. Touched it last. Comes in, Simeon fakes, and Jeremiah Simeon, the freshman from Norwalk, Connecticut, Norwalk High School. He did a very nice interview with you
yes, he
earlier
did.
in the
Very
season.
well spoken. Very well spoken. All these kids who've had the chance to talk to, Jeremiah was very respectful.
And
I think it's his coach, right? That sometimes,
yes.
Yeah, coach, if you're watching, you did a great job with him.
Foul shot is good.
Well, now Riggs watching from Hobart, Tasmania. The kickstart is Sunday morning, Jim.
All
Says
right.
Gold Mustangs. Great work, Muncie Media. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, it's Sunday, right?
Yep.
Nice touch by Simeon. One thing I like that Simeon said in that interview about him coming here, he says, we all bonded really quickly.
Yep.
Dave Gagne has family on their warm-up suits, see? Nice defense by Simeon that time. 1 minute remaining this first half. It's 11-point Berkeley lead. Three-pointer. No good. Rebound by Hathaway on the weak side. Here comes Pollock. Caldwell, baseline, reverse. No good, but Boston Caldwell will shoot 2.
And that's what happens when you open up. You hit a couple of those threes there. He gets the ball in the corner. Took it flying down the baseline. 3 fouls on Bright.
He's going to come out. Coming in will be Deshaun Moore after this. Let's see. And the soft touch by Caldwell. Bounces around and down.
Yeah, Moore did some good shooting when he was in earlier.
Two for two that trip for Boston Caldwell. It is a single-digit lead. 9 points now, obviously. Central Maine looking for a stop and then a quality shot on the last possession. Outside is Thomas. Baseline drive, Berkeley. Excellent defense and a steal by Simeon, and then Simeon lost it. Excellent effort by Jeremiah Simeon. Okay, 17 on the shot clock, 27 on the game clock. Comes into Thomas. They go down in the corner, and that's going to be thrown away. And Caldwell tracks it down on the drive, up and in! We're talking about Jeremiah Simeon, and he rewards our positive comments with a great take to the hoop, and he laid it in with the left hand. 5 seconds. Berkeley back out front, and there it is, no shot. So there was a little run at the end by Central Maine. Actually, I think they scored the last 6 points, Rob. So it was 13-point lead, just a couple of minutes remaining in the half. Central Maine on a little run that closed the quarter. It's a 7-point advantage for Berkeley College of New York City. The Knights of Berkeley lead Central Maine Mustangs 44-37. We'll take a break and be back with some halftime stats and other information on Munzing Media Sports.
Have you heard about free college?
It's free.
It's free.
It's free.
Recent high school graduates from the classes of 2020, 21, 22, and 23 can attend CMCC for free. The free college scholarship pays 2 years of tuition and mandatory fees. No income or age limits. What are you waiting for? It's free.
Leaving CM with no debt is going to set me up for my future.
Visit cmcc.edu/free for details.
I'm retired United States Army Staff Sergeant Travis Mills, formerly of the 82nd Airborne Division. In 2012, I was injured in Afghanistan due to a roadside bomb. It took portions of both arms and both legs, and through Walter Reed and 19 months of intense recovery, I was able to build myself back up, learn how to walk again, drive again, and take care of my young family. Since then, I have decided to be on the road speaking as a motivational speaker.
Life is all about perspective, all right? So for me, it's real easy. I gave a lot, but I didn't give everything. When I think about my situation, I'm lucky to be here.
When I was on the road speaking, I was hired by CBU Benefits. Ray Valley and Brian Heath brought me in to speak at one of their forums.
After hearing Travis's story, I was compelled to move forward with our relationship. We specialize in reaching out to employees and employers, explaining to them the value of supplemental health coverage. Accidents, cancer, critical illness, disability, and sometimes even death are events that happened in our lifetime.
When I'm on the road speaking, I'm able to have sidebar conversations with everybody that wants to come talk to me. And I hear about their family and loved ones that are going through maybe cancer, maybe a critical illness, maybe something, being disabled from a job and not having the coverage that they need because their healthcare just didn't cover it. After talking with Ray and Brian, telling them how much I really appreciate what they're doing, they decided that it would be just an awesome partnership if I became part of the team, not just as a spokesperson, but as an actual partner in the company. I have a message for everybody about supplemental benefits because I feel like everybody should be protected from life's unexpected events.
Accidents do happen. I ask that you would allow one of our experienced representatives to come into your business so that we are able to educate you on the value of these very, very important products.
We're back down here. Halftime, we got a special guest here. Not often we get a chance to talk to one of the players' parents here at halftime, or anybody who's traveled so far as you have, Colin Caldwell, to come here to visit Boston High score in the first half. Welcome to the broadcast. I know you watch us back home, and you probably got folks watching back home. Who's watching back home today?
Oh, we've got Mum back home, we've got Deborah back home, and we've got Grandma Helen, so she'll be watching as well. They both should be at church on Sunday mornings, but they're watching.
That's right, Sunday morning, and this is a religious experience here, watching the Mustangs in action here for you. So you came in when?
I came in last Sunday. I arrived, so it was a 27-hour journey to get here. But it was worth it. It's absolutely worth it. And the last 6 days with Boston it's been really worthwhile.
So I'm sure folks out there are thinking, okay, how does a kid who's 19 years old travel across the world to come to a little small community college in Central Maine? How does that dynamic happen?
Well, firstly, the kids back home, you know, the Kiwi Hoopers, they love their bowling, and their dream is to come to America and play ball. And in Boston's case, that's exactly what he wants to do. He just wants to play. And so when we started looking about 15, 16 months ago, we started looking, and he said, Dad, I don't want to play for a big college. I don't want to be a freshman on the bench in the first year. I just want court time, and I want to play. So I want to go to a small college, and that was the first thing. And the second thing that sprung to mind was he wanted a college that had a good family feeling, you know, and that he would know the kids and they would know him as well. So that was very important. Those two things were very important to Boston.
So how did he find Central Maine Community College out of all that? He had that mindset, well, that's what he wanted. And
well, we set up his recruitment website. And then it was only live for 3, maybe 4 weeks, and Coach Dave reached out to him, and Coach actually spoke to Josh, another Kiwi boy here.
Yes, Josh Thompson.
As the story goes, it's told by Josh. Coach Dave asked Josh, "You heard of this boy Boston?" And he had, and he plays for the school called Westlake. And Josh said, that's a bloody good school. So they connected, and we had a Zoom call with Dave for an hour and a half, the three of us, Deborah, myself, and Boston, and Dave made it quite clear. He said, look, I'm going to leave you alone for a month, have a good think about what I've said, and we'll connect in a month's time and have another call, and we'll take it from there. And that's what we did. And right through the start of the journey, Boston said, I want to go there, Dad. I want to go there, Mum. And here he is. Yeah.
Did he go back and watch any of the games that were up online or anything?
He consumes a lot of basketball, a lot of viewing of basketball. And yes, absolutely, he did that. And he knew all the players before he arrived here. And he'd spoken weekly with Dave, with Coach Dave. They kept in contact the whole time. And for 10 months prior to Boston coming over there, he put his head down, and he got stuck into the gym, and he got stuck with his personal trainer, and he spent a lot of time before he arrived here.
Yeah, well, you can see he spent a lot of time perfecting that outside shooting of his, because he's got that, what I call a quick catch and release there. And, the ball spends very little time in his hands. He's very confident with that.
Yeah.
And, that adds just a huge presence to his game, being able to get that shot off so quickly, because some of these kids are bigger than the kids he's probably used to playing with.
Yeah, well, the most significant thing, and I saw it the first few days when I arrived here, is how physical the game is here. The kids maybe not, Boston's 6'6", but he could be up against a kid that's 6'4", 6'5", but the kid weighs, in your language, 30, 40 pounds heavier.
Yeah.
And they're quick, and it's very physical. They're in their face. They're bumping each other all the time. And I haven't seen that on the live stream back home, but when I got here, and I've watched a few other games as well, it's a very, very physical game. Very physical.
Absolutely. Very physical game out here in the first half. A lot of fouls called, about 18 fouls, I think, called in the first half, as both teams are getting after it very physically. Berkeley College came in with a record that wasn't very heavy in wins. They got a win last night. And but as we say, they're up a division, and we don't know who they're playing and what the level of the competition is. But they haven't won a lot of games, but they've got themselves their own sharpshooters, and they contest everything. So it really, as you say, very different game. I'm getting the idea. We get to talk to the kids now all the way from the games that we've been doing. There's always been a couple of kids from overseas, Australia as well. We've got to talk to them. And one of the things that we note about them is, boy, so many of them are really, really good shooters, like Boston is.
Boston's always quite funny, Rob. Boston's always played at number 2. He's always been the shooting guard in any team through his high school years and through his rep years. And then he grew to 6'4" in a short period of time, and all of a sudden he found himself playing as a 3, and in some cases a stretch 4. So it's a little bit of a change for him. But as you can see, he's still got that shot there. And he loves to shoot. He absolutely loves to shoot. And then over the last 18 months, we've worked on his inside game as well.
Well, you establish that outside shot. I think we saw it on one of those takes he had to the basket where he came screaming down the baseline, just that little head and shoulder fake. The defender came out to close on him, and he went up underneath him and drove to the basket. I don't think he got the shot off because he got fouled, but certainly that's well executed for him. Well, we're so glad that you have joined us. Now, let me ask you this. Do you know what the heck we're talking about half the time here between Dave and me? I mean, we're talking Maine, and you know what I mean?
I know. I wish you'd put up subtitles so we could understand what you're saying.
we need translation. Oh, that's really funny, because, of course, we have those colloquialisms that we say of New England talk. I've been in New England all my life. I'm actually grew up just outside of Boston, on the North Shore. I'm about 20 miles north of Boston, my hometown, where I grew up. And of course, we're all Red Sox fans and Celtics fans, and Boston this and Boston that. And so Jim and I have been kidding back and forth about the name Boston. How did Boston get named?
Well, during my young years, Larry Bird was my favourite player, and Boston Celtics, and say no more. It's right there. And I've always wound Boston up the the whole last 10 years since you've been playing basketball is saying Larry Bird, Larry Bird. I've always threatened to buy him a pair of Larry Bird shorts, you know?
Yeah. Bird is the word.
Bird is the word.
Bird is the word. Well, I'm glad you named him Boston and not Birdie. Birdie would be, a little bit different. But fantastic. Well, you enjoy your stay here with your son, and we're glad to connect with your family today. And hello down under. We're glad to be able to bring you this game. We tell people we're streaming to a worldwide audience,
yeah,
and
you are.
A lot of people will look at me and they roll their eyes and all that. And say, hey, listen, I can show you the analytics. We got people watching all over the world, and you just think, how have things changed since you and I were kids, and with the technology and all this stuff, and I've kind of embraced it. I'm a former teacher coach myself.
Yes.
That's my background, and I embraced technology because I wanted my football game tape to look a lot better than it was. So I said, I've got to learn how to do this better.
Yeah.
And it just kind of spun off from there. But to think where we've gone with it, that we're connecting worldwide, and kids like Boston are getting a great world experience coming to Central Maine Community College.
It's absolutely fantastic, and Boston's had lots of approaches from his friends back home. They all want to come here.
Fantastic.
But that's Coach Dave's decision, So, and they're all asking how he is, and he's feeding all the good vibes are heading back home, which is really good.
Well, fantastic. Well, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year to you and your family here. Thanks for coming on with us. It's not an easy thing. Thanks, Matt. Matt's on doing interviews. Matt Dove. He's a very important person to your Boston, because he's the head trainer here for the Mustangs. So we're going to take another break. Andrew's going to give you a shot of center court. I'll give you a little bit of a time to go get your sandwich. Come back. We'll get second half action coming up after this. Fantastic. So Jim Toomey's going to rejoin us here. Colin Caldwell, great interview with him. What a personal gentleman he is. Fantastic to talk to one of the parents and get the behind the scenes on how a kid travels across the world to come to Central Maine Community College. Fantastic.
And that's the stuff I wanted to hear, and I couldn't hear a thing. You can tell me later.
I will.
Looked like you were having fun.
Oh, yeah. Very personal, man. Well, here's the story behind the story, James. You were asking. Boston is named because of Larry Bird and the Boston Celtics.
Oh, wow.
There you go.
So there is a true Boston connection.
There is, absolutely.
Not just through the Dirty Water Red Sox victory song, Boston, You're My Town, or Boston, You're Our Man, if it's Boston Caldwell. Berkeley just coming out now. That was a rough and tough first half. We saw some speed. We saw three-point shooting, especially by Berkeley. And there was a lot of, as you say, board banging.
Yeah, there was a lot of banging and a lot of fouls in there. Dallas Dunlap apparently tracking live stats. He says there were 18 fouls in the first half. And I think the refs, rather than, they were trying to let him play, but it was rough. Berkeley challenges everything.
Yep.
Which is great. I love it.
We haven't got much time for stats, but for Berkeley, we'll say Bruna had 6, Usungo 2, 9 points for Deshaun Moore on 3 3-pointers, 8 for Combs, 6 for Hines. Pretty good balance here. 10 points off the bench for Garanja Bright and Raheem Swinton with 3. The aforementioned Boston Caldwell, 14 points, 3 for Hathaway, 3 for Henderson, 7 for Mapori Semahosa getting a start today, 2 points for Cam Pollock, 4 points for Jeremiah Simeon. Leading rebounder for the Mustangs, McKissick with 7 and Connolly with 8. And 5 rebounds leads the Knights with Kenneth Hines. So it'll be Berkeley from New York City going left to right. Jim Toomey, Rob Munzing, Andrew Severson on camera. Hope people of both schools enjoy this one on Munzing Media Sports. Taking plenty of time. They go down in the corner. Backing in there is Hines. Hines, a little baby hook. Around and off. Rebound McKissick. And
Yeah.
Rob McKissick played, what, 6 or 7 minutes with 3 fouls at the end of the half?
Yeah, and they went right after McKissick on the first offensive possession. That's good coaching. They were trying to draw that 4th foul.
There's a drive off glass and good. Jaden Henderson has cut it to 5. Combs for 3. Bang. What a high arcing shot by Mark Combs.
Yeah, they challenged Combs to take the 3. He said, yes, please. I got it.
Back up to 8 points. Henderson being closely guarded. As you said, nothing easy. You got to work for it against this tough defense. Henderson goes to the left hand. Sembahosa skips it out to McKissick. Far side, that's Hathaway. 10 to shoot. Sembahosa. Caldwell on a drive. Caldwell comes up shooting, does not get the roll. Ball bounces around, picked up by the Knights. Here comes Moore. Moore going to bring it out front, skips it over the other side to Combs. Out of the corner for 3, hit the top of the backboard. Down the other way, Caldwell, nice catch, lays it in. What a pass, I think that was Henderson on the release. 2-possession game, 47-41. 2 minutes into this second half. Berkeley's had the lead like the entire game. There's another 3, no good this time by Moore. Rebound inside by Bruner, knocked out of bounds by a Mustang.
Here's that play referencing, Jim. We'll have a quick chance to look at it. Beautiful finish. It's been hard for the Mustangs to get many fast break points. They get some there.
Moore brings it out in front of his own bench. Combs for 3. And they're going to give him 3 shots. Jaden Henderson pleading his case to no avail. 3 points for Combs, 3 shots, I should say.
Let's show you that foul right now. It's going to be here, I think, on the arm. Just a glancing blow. But you got to think the officials may have come out and said, "Hey, we got to get control of this a little bit." It wasn't anything maliciously contested in the first half, but it was physical play.
Combs going for his 3rd in a row. And he's got it right down the middle with all 3.
Well executed.
Oh, very calm. Back up to 9 points. Hathaway in the front court. Sembahosa over to Caldwell. He skips it way over to Pollock, who's on the sideline.
The cozy confines giveth, and they take it awayeth. We often refer to the cozy confines of Kirk Hall.
Yes. With the basketball is Combs. Gives up his dribble. Moore back out front. Combs and Moore. Now with it is Bruner. There's a 3-pointer out of the corner. A long 2, I guess. That was Kenwaya Usangu. Back up to 11. The other way, up and in. DeMarco McKissick give the assist. On a nice pass, Mapori Sembahosa, Rob.
Beautifully broken that time on the pressure. Well, the Mustangs had it down to 4, Jim, and then a little mini run here.
There's a powerful drive. Let's see who the foul is on. I think it's on McKissick, his 4th. As Tashawn Moore really sort of forced the issue between 2 Mustangs, and McKissick gets the foul.
And they were hoping it was going to go against somebody else, anybody else.
So far, there's no sub. Dave Gagne looking down to his left.
He says, "Okay, Marco, we might need this."
Kenneth Hines, the 6'6 freshman from Brooklyn. Swish that one.
Pretty good job from the free throw line, I think, for the Knights.
They were 6 out of 10 at the half. They made 4 in a row until that miss. Mustangs only 10 out of 18 at the half at the foul line. 10-point Berkeley lead. Caldwell dials one up. Bang! In the old days, we say he dialed long distance, but nobody knows what dialing long distance is anymore.
That's right, yeah. You used to have to call after 8 o'clock.
Three-pointer, no good. Rebound Hines. Hines being double-teamed. Here's a steal. Pollock has it. Pollock's going to circle the wagons. Hathaway for 3. Off the rim, a rebound, Bruner.
Well, that could have been a change right there.
Yes.
Good shot.
Hines with it, right of the foul line extended. They dump it inside. No good by Usangu. It's going to be CM basketball.
Here's the catch and release we talked about for Boston. Benches up. They jump up as soon as he gets the ball there. They figure that's going down.
Can we say anticipation? Cam Pollock being guided by his counterpart, number 3, Moore. Halfway through the shot clock, Mustang double team. Pollock throws it off leg, gets it back. Somebody's going to be free. And a baseline drive, up and in. Mipore Semahosa.
Yeah, a little offense by accident. Pollock got a fortuitous bounce right back to him.
5-point deficit. Berkeley in the paint. Hines drives. Now they're going to go back outside. Bruner for 3. No good. Hines with a powerful rebound. No good, but on the weak side. Up and in. I think that was Bright. Down the other way. Caldwell spins. Caldwell, the fall away.
Oh.
Stays down.
Sweetie poo.
It stayed down with the soft touch. 55-50. Berkeley with the lead. Hines takes it right at McKissick. And it went over the front rim and in for a 7-point Knights lead.
Well, let's take a look at this Boston Caldwell maneuver here, Jim. This is, boy, we're going to see some good plays by kids on both teams here today. Hope you're enjoying it at home. Watch Caldwell. He gets contested, forced back, the fadeaway, up and good. Pretty move. And kids both ways making plays. Hard to keep up with them. Hope you're enjoying this one, everybody. Welcome our fans of Berkeley. We've got a few folks, I think, from Berkeley watching. Looks like Dallas Dunlap is one of the Berkeley fans, so I hope you're enjoying this, Dallas.
Again, as we found out, they don't have their own gym. They got to go across town to CCNY to practice. And I think they do. You know, we talked about hockey not having a good schedule. I think they have, from what I can tell, late basketball practices.
I bet they do, yeah.
At CCNY, so.
Well, kids playing at this level, Jim, are playing because they love the game of basketball. We've said it 1,000 times, and that's what we see with these kids. And that's why we love these kids that are playing at this level so much. You know, there's no prima donnas. There's nobody prancing around saying, "Look at me," beating himself in the chest, all that stuff. These kids are playing because they love the game of basketball, and credit to their coaches as well, because they recognize that none of these kids making, you know, any money on this or any, you know, or getting scholarships or stuff like that.
And we have to recognize the families that send their student athletes. And as I said a couple of times, you can't overdo it. They trust the coaching staff and educational staff at the institution take care of their athletes, the student athletes. Three-pointer, short. Semahosa gets it. Yes! +1.
Coach. Hey, Coach. We got a lot of equipment here. Okay. It's okay. It's okay. You probably saw that.
I heard it. Foul shot is missed. He sort of said, "I'm sorry."
Yeah, they don't mean it.
No.
I've been there. I've been there a lot. Former high school football coach. I used to throw my headphones around.
All right, the shot was missed. Semahosa out front. Hathaway looking, Pollock, I beg your pardon. Pollock to Caldwell. Caldwell spins, gives up his dribble. Semahosa rotates it to Hathaway. 8 to shoot. Hathaway on a drive, in trouble. Hathaway for 3. Bang! Boston Caldwell. So far, his father says this trip has paid dinner dividends. I've seen live. I just got here.
You would think we scripted this whole thing with Colin coming on and talking about his son Boston, and he's responding like this. Boy, what a...
Berkeley by 2. There's a drive, a dipsy-do layup. No good, but give credit. Karanja Bright on the putback. Contact at midcourt, and they're going to call that one on Caldwell. He did get a little bit out of control that time.
Yeah, lost the ball a little bit. He goes right over, puts the ball down. So Conley's going to come in for McKissick. Remember, McKissick carrying 4 fouls, but he's done a pretty good job managing all this, yeah.
Still 13 minutes to go, Rob. A lot of things can happen.
I noticed you're standing, Jim. Did you get knocked out of your chair when Coach came over and banged the table?
Already,
a few popped like a toaster?
I was glad I was out of there early. 3-pointer. No good. The back rim. That was missed by Thomas. On the far side, Semahosa to Caldwell. Here comes Cam Pollock out to Hathaway. Halfway through the shot clock, CM. Conley. Pollock changes hands on the dribble. Looks for help. Caldwell's in the right corner. Caldwell fires.
Oh!
Bang! And double bang! A 1-point game. Berkeley had what? At least a 13-point lead in the first half. Far corner. Here's a shot. A floater goes down. Nice touch. Mark Combs. And Berkeley answers. Here's Pollock.
Combs has been something special too. Watch this whole sequence, Jim, and watch the shot clock. 7, 6, 5. They get it all the way to the corner. Boston takes a dribble, falls away, and all net. Oh my gosh, what a shot that was with the shot clock going down.
Excellent replay.
Hope you're enjoying this one. We're seeing a athletic performance.
And Pollock misses it off a pass from Caldwell. Here come the Knights. All the way coast to coast and laying it in. Mark Combs, a senior from Queens. All of a sudden is back up to 5 again. Let's see if Central Maine can answer.
Show you this Combs fake behind the back. This is a great play.
Hathaway for 3. Bang!
This is a fun one.
2-point game. Berkeley with the basketball. Here's another 3. Spins off. Loose ball rebound. Semahosa. 2-on-1 break. Conley back to Semahosa. No! Semahosa tracked down his own miss. Here's a 3-pointer. Pollock. Bang! Cam Pollock. Wake up, Manchester, New Hampshire. The Mustangs lead, 64-63. He hit that at about the 10:41 mark remaining. And the other way, the miss by Hines. He gets a rebound and laid it in. Hathaway with the ball. Hathaway wants a screen, doesn't get one. He sees a crease anyway. Reverse layup, no good. Rebound tracked down Here comes Mark Combs. Combs tries to split defenders, comes up shooting, does not get it. Inside rebound, Caldwell. Behind his back, Conley auditioning as a point guard. Hathaway for three, bang! Wyatt Hathaway! Timeout, Berkeley. 9:52 to go in the second half. Central Maine 67, Berkeley 65 on Munzing Media Sports.
Well, watch Conley come down. He's playing the role of point guard here. Downshifts right here behind his back. Hathaway says, get it to me, big guy. I got one lined up. Fill it up with eye test.
I'll tell you, this is what you need from a non-conference opponent.
Oh, this is great. This is a great game. Both teams playing great, particularly in the second half. First half, little ragged, yeah. Second half, kids executing both ways. Gotta love it. Back and forth, trading punches.
For the Mustangs, Boston Caldwell, even though we see it, it sneaks up on you. 27 points. I guess if you hit 6-3, that helps to get up to 27, doesn't it?
Sure does.
Semahosa in double figures with 11. Hathaway 3 out of 5 from long distance for his 9 points.
Yeah, he's just starting to heat up, isn't he, Jim?
On the other side of the ledger, Combs with 18, Bright with 14, Hines with 11. Let's see. For Berkeley, Bright has 4 fouls. Nobody else with more than 2. We know for CM, McKissick has 4 fouls. Henderson had to sit out with 3. Outside of that, nobody in any foul trouble.
Jaden Henderson back in, Jim, I've just noted. During that timeout, he checks in.
So Henderson's in there with Caldwell, Hathaway, Simeon, and Conley.
Still second half to go, Jim.
Yeah, I know, it's 9:40, we still have. And tipped out. It'll be Berkeley basketball.
Well, the Mustangs didn't panic. You know, the time to panic would have been when they got it to 4, Jim, and then boom, back up to 11, just like that. Quick.
Right.
And then they didn't let that get away. They fought back. And
no, excellent point, because sometimes you use so much energy, you can't recover from that. This sort of an ad-lib shot, outside for 3, bang. To Sean Moore.
Well, remember Moore had some early.
Yeah. Down the other way, what a catch by Conley. Caldwell for 3, bang! He's got 30. And his father across the way had his fist high above his head, his arms raised. Why not? Across to Caldwell, and he's fouled.
Help him up.
I'm telling you.
Well, Conley, we've said it a lot, Jim, and McKissick too. They're bigs, but they see the floor so well. Conley, he knows who the hot shooter is. He got it right back out to Boston Caldwell to knock down another 3. How many threes you said he's got?
He's got, I think, 7 now. 7 out of 11 from behind the arc. He just got his 31st point. I'm telling you, I don't know how much it costs to get from New Zealand to Auburn, Maine, but I'm telling you, it's worth the trip, just this game, for his dad to see him in person.
Fantastic. That's so neat.
And look at that. 72 is a steal by Hathaway. Simeon has it restolen.
Yeah, Hathaway with a little thievery.
From 17 feet, no good. Missed by Bruner. Rebound tracked down by the Knights. Shot clock got reset to 20, now down to 14. In front of his own bench, that's Bruner. Out top, Moore for 3. No good. Rebound went right into the hands of Hathaway. Hathaway, change of pace on the dribble. The CM bench is half standing most every play. Conley wants some help. And there was a little miscommunication in that corner, Rob.
Yeah. Hathaway went to the basket, and Conley thought he was going to the corner, and they're talking it over and working it out.
Coach Pena up and coaching. Calls out the play. Bruner back out top. They go inside, double team Mustangs on the defense, and they got to call pushing foul on the Mustangs. That will be their 5th of the half. Knights have committed 3. Checking in. DeMarco McKissick, Cam Pollock for CM. Coming out, Caldwell and Conley. They look exhausted as they went by us, didn't they?
Yeah, there's been a lot of energy expelled in this one.
Baseline inbounds play for the Knights. They go to the far corner, back outside. Moore. Underneath, a reverse layup, no good. Rebound McKissick. The shot was missed by Combs. Other way, Hathaway off glass. Look at that excellent body control as he sort of slid sideways. Back the other way, Bruner's going to shoot too. All of a sudden it was a 6-point lead, but Bruner will try to do something about that.
Yeah, watch Hathaway here, Jimmy, exactly right. He's looking for the contact. He doesn't get it, so he's got to shift his body to be able to make the finish here. He expected to get hit. Didn't happen. But he was still able to adjust.
Bruner, 2 for 4 at the foul line.
Wyatt had a little slow scoring first half, but he's certainly come on here in the second half, hit some big threes.
Okay, he's got 11 total. You're right, he had 3 points at the half. So 8 this half. And 0 for 2, rebound McKissick.
Don't forget Marco playing with 4.
This could be a big turnaround here if the Mustangs can score after the 2 misses at the foul line. Pollock, bounce pass, out of bounds. .7:10 remaining. Do I dare say in regulation? Berkeley on the far side. Out top to Moore. Deep right corner. There's a jump shot. Good, nice touch. And there's a steal and 4 points. Mark Combs, Rob, 4 points in about 4 seconds.
Boy, he's been a difference maker here tonight.
Down to a 2-point Mustang lead. Combs with 20. Henderson in front of his own bench. Out top to McKissick. Into Simeon. Score the basket. +1.
Well, I want to show you Combs first because he had a great effort. Here's his outside shot, Jim, as you said. Then he sneaks in, steals, and up and scores. Great individual effort.
There's the old-fashioned, as we call it, 3-point play for Jeremiah Simeon. Product of Norwalk High School, Norwalk, Connecticut.
And I've got that Simeon finish as well. We'll take a look at that next dead ball. That was a great finish by Jeremiah.
Combs being watched by Pollock. Hands off to Usangu. Let's see, Luso, I'm 2 coaches. There's a 3-pointer. Bang, that was from downtown Auburn.
I think that was Moore, Jim. I know you got blocked out on that one.
Tayshawn Moore. Yeah, I had the 2 coaches and a referee that time, and I'm standing playing peekaboo.
Well, Hines just walked by and the whole place got dark.
2-point game, 3-pointer Hathaway. And I think he's going to shoot 3.
Well, here's the Simeon finish. Jeremiah just takes it right into the defender, up and over. Ends up hitting the free throw, gets the 3-point play. Boy, lots of great things happen. I had to keep up with the replays.
I don't know how you do it. First trip to the foul line today for Wyatt Hathaway from Turner, Maine, Leavitt High School.
Berkeley got the win last night over UMaine Fort Kent. They won that one easy, 20 points or so.
All right. Hathaway going for the trifecta of makes on this shot. Caldwell has returned. Some nice minutes from Jeremiah Simeon.
Absolutely. Came in for the hot shooting Caldwell and contributed with the 3-point play, the driving layup into contact.
And 3 for 3 at the line for Hathaway. He's going to take a break as Mapori Samahosa coming in. I would assume that Hathaway will be back shortly.
I would think.
5-point Mustangs lead. We're under 6 minutes to go in regulation. And we get a timeout on the court. In this men's basketball non-conference matchup, it's been a great one. Central Maine 80. Berkeley College 75 on Munzing Media Sports.
Well, we hope our game tomorrow in hockey will match up. Actually, the last hockey game we had, Gabe Poirier, the freshman out of Gardner, Maine, they pulled the goaltender. Cam scored with 22 seconds left to tie the game, send it into overtime. Of course, in overtime, very excited, Jim, 3-on-3.
Oh, yeah.
And 2 minutes and 22 seconds into that overtime, Gabe Poirier with the game winner.
He scored
his
back-to-back?
first 2 goals of his career for the Mustangs as he was just coming off the injured list.
Wow.
And what a start that was for the young freshman. So,
outstanding.
We'll have hockey action tomorrow against Wentworth.
So again, this will be our last basketball broadcast until well into January 2023, correct?
Yes.
As both teams hit the road. 2 games left for the women away at Southern Maine, and then they play CCRI, a very good team usually. And the men will end on the road at Southern Maine on the 14th.
Yeah, those games down at SMOB Stream, they do a great job down there. Yep. Jeff School's in charge of their streaming down there.
I bet you Coach Richards, if he's not busy, I'm not sure if they have a game today. I think they do. I can't remember who they play. I think they do.
Well, he'll likely watch this one as part of his scouting.
Yeah. So we always say, we like all coaches. How's that?
Yeah.
Right in front of our Munzing media position. The ball thrown in by the Berkeley Knights out of New York City. Been here 2 days. Have acquitted themselves quite well. And I didn't want to jinx them as they throw it away. But
yeah,
they drove up 8-hour drive on Thursday. And they've played back-to-back days here. As far as we know, it'll be clear and cold going back whenever they do.
Yeah, it's been great for teams traveling so far.
Henderson, side of the rim. Rebound Knights. 5:25. Here's Combs. He's dangerous. Combs directs some traffic. Halfway through the shot clock, the Berkeley Knights. 3-pointer Combs comes up short. Rebound one right to Henderson. Running the court is Caldwell. They're catching up with them. No matter. Caldwell lays it in. 82-75. Just went under 5 minutes to go.
Beautiful lead pass.
Here's a 3-pointer, side of the rim, and lost out by CM.
It was Henderson on the lead pass. I want to see who it was. Going to see it right here. Henderson gets a rebound. You see Caldwell take off. Henderson loops it beautifully. Great job, Andrew, upstairs on the camera. Fantastic work. Up and in.
Jump shot from 15 feet. Swish. Mark Combs. Cuts it to 5.
Combs is their leading scorer with 22.
Henderson being
24.
closely guarded. Henderson right in front of his own bench. Out near midcourt. Semahoza. McKissick comes out. And they call a holding foul. Henderson was cutting to the hoop.
Come on, ref, you belted them out. That's a bad line.
Let's see, no shots
Every
yet.
single time down there, you call the last 3 fouls. Let's go, Black.
Team foul number 6 on the Knights. Mustangs committed 5. Right now, Central Maine has that all-important possession arrow.
Yeah, I misspoke. It was Moore who hit that other 3. Thanks, Dallas.
Okay.
Yeah, we're looking through officials. You see us right down here in the scorers table. Sometimes we get blocked out. Thank you for that. Want to make sure we get it right.
What was the call?
They called him on the sideline.
Sideline, really? Okay. Near a 4-minute mark remaining. 5-point CM lead. Combs along the baseline. Goes back outside. Hines has it. And this is going to be Berkeley ball.
McKissick in there with 4 fouls. He's carried a heavy burden foul-wise almost from the get-go today.
Bruner has 4 for the Knights.
I think it's affected Marco's offense more than anything else.
Yes, he doesn't have that many shots. Long shot for 3, no good, missed. Rebound Semahoza. Here's Henderson, has to stop quickly. McKissick. Semahoza underneath. Caldwell! He's inside, he's outside, he's all around the town. It's Boston Caldwell. 7-point lead.
That was a spinorama move. What a game.
Yeah, Moore has it. Moore got it back. And Combs standing on the sideline. Berkeley didn't think so. What might have happened, he might have been out of bounds. It was the first one to touch it before he established his position inbounds. But Hathaway stops, shoots, no good. Rebound, tracked down by Hathaway off the deflection into McKissick. McKissick, triple team taken away. Here come the Knights. Combs through traffic, throws it up, and he's going to shoot 2. Combs really forced the issue, and he lives to tell the tale. Combs 5 out of 6 at the foul line. 2:49 on the clock. 7-point Mustangs lead.
Wait a minute.
Central Maine still has the arrow. They're going to call it on McKissick, who's fouled out.
So Marco played pretty well there with that heavy burden most of the game.
He only got 2 points, Rob, but he hung in there and grabbed 11 rebounds.
Yeah, there you go. Well, they bring a arrested Conley back in, so, you know, Michael's been getting his time off, so Michael should be fresh. Of course, he's playing with those injured ribs.
Combs has showed a very nice touch all day.
Both teams had 6 fouls, Jim. That's important heading into the final 2 minutes and 49 seconds, as further fouling will result in free throws.
And right down the middle, Mark Combs. 5-point lead. Caldwell, Semahoza, Conley underneath. He comes out the other side. Wise decision. Henderson, Caldwell backs out of there. Still 15 to shoot. And there's a steal. Here's Combs going coast to coast. A dipsy do
Oh, what a finish.
Mark Combs created in midair and laid it in. 1 possession game. 84-81. on the drive. Here's Caldwell. Bang! Unbelievable! 86-81. Hines, power move. They're going to count the basket. The foul on Samahosa.
Such a smart possession here by the Mustangs. They found the shooter. He was hiding out and 3-ball in and knocked it down. Find the shooter. Boy, but we got 2 minutes to play, Nick.
Do I dare say in regulation?
Could be a 2-point game.
And it is. Nice touch by Hines. 86-84, 2 minutes straight up. And down the stretch they come.
Got to close it out if you're the Mustangs.
Both teams will be in the 1-1. They're 3 fouls away from the double bonus on one side, 4 on the other. And this is going to remain Central Maine ball.
22 on the shot clock.
And a timeout, Central Maine. Let's keep it here.
Yeah.
1:53 to go. Central Maine 86, Berkeley College of New York City 84. 7 fouls on Central Maine, 6 on Berkeley. The possession arrow still going the way of Central Maine.
Well, you know how crucial that is, Jim. You mention that all the time in the final 153 here. A tie-up, a possession, something of that sort. Or you get tied up, you can, you know.
Oh, yes.
Assure possession here again. And, you know, the Mustangs, 22 seconds left here coming out of this timeout. I would not tempt faith. I would say, Boston Caldwell, you get the shot. Take it. He's been money in the bank the whole game. And you got to think you run the offense there. And the Mustangs have done so well, I think, Jim, on reading offensive situations, knowing, hey, listen, I got a guy over here who's on fire. Why would I take that shot? I'll give it to him.
Think he's on fire? He's only 13 out of 18.
Yeah, and look, and these aren't layups he's making. Well, you've seen the game, folks, if you're watching. You've got to be as impressed as we are with what Boston has done. And we've scripted this right out of Hollywood. I mean, we had his father on at halftime, got the whole back. This is like, a Hallmark basketball movie for the holidays here.
Caldwell 7 out of 11 from long distance. But now the Central Maine wants to finish it. Berkeley obviously wants to make it a shorter ride home by sweeping 2 games in Maine, UM4 Kent and Central Maine. But
yeah, and Mark Holmes on the other side has been equally immense. What a game he's had.
Very talented. Okay, obviously looking for a good shot. Hathaway, double teamed, has to get rid of it. Conley, a good outlet. There's a 3-pointer and no call. Hathaway wanted a foul, he didn't get it. The other way, they go out of the corner. Bang! They have the lead, Berkeley Knights. I couldn't see who made it. Hathaway and Pollock are the guards. Hathaway down the lane. Hathaway tries to create, gets it blocked. Still 16 on the shot clock.
They like to run this little out-of-bounds play where Hathaway will inbound, run around, and they'll try to set him up for the 3.
Good counter attack here by Berkeley. They've come back.
Yes.
Ball goes out to Conley. 12 to shoot. Pollock on the dribble. Caldwell juggles, returns it to Pollock for 3. Gets to fall off the far side. Berkeley going to slow it down a little bit.
They should.
Ball comes in front of us to Combs. Returns the pass to Moore. Checks the shot clock. And it's going to be a timeout. Berkeley. 14 on the shot clock, 37 on the game clock, a 1-point Berkeley lead.
Gives them plenty of time to set things up here, what they want to do. Coach Pena. He's got his kids in the huddle. Dave's got the kids to the left. You're seeing the Mustangs huddle there as they talk. They'd like to get a steal or something, or force a shot here, Jim. Foul situation, 6 fouls on the Mustangs, so a foul you'll be shooting, already 7 fouls on the Mustangs.
Yeah, it's going to be 1-on-1.
Yeah, 1-on-1. And
now back to the arrow for a second. What makes that important, if there's a loose ball, you dive and just, even if you don't want to try to do something with it if you have the arrow. In other words, dive on a ball, a loose ball, and if the other player on the opposition ties you up, so be it, because you got the ball. In other words, you can just grab it instead of trying to half grab it and keep control of it and possibly lose it. So I think that's the advantage of the arrow.
Yeah, you got to take this offensive set. Mark Holmes is going to end up with the shot if they can get it. He's got 31 on the game.
He's
11 or 18 from the field, 2 or 6 from beyond the arc, and he's the one that hit that last one, Jim.
Okay.
7 or 8 from the free throw line, so great game he's having.
So again, 14 on the shot clock. You got Caldwell, Pollock, Hathaway, Semahosa, and Simeon now back in. Goes down in the corner. Simeon playing defense. Hines goes in, 6 to shoot. Combs is going to take it. Combs fires it up and hit it with 1 second on the shot clock. However, it's still a 1-possession game.
Beautiful execution.
20 seconds. And loose ball picked up.
Got a foul.
And finally, they get the foul with 10.7. This game has gone back and forth, a double-digit lead for quite a bit of the first half by Berkeley. Mustangs cut it to 7 going into halftime. Went back and forth a little bit, and then the Mustangs edged out. They had a 74-68 lead with 7:32. Mustangs had an 82-75 lead with 5 minutes to go. That man is at the line. Mark Combs, the senior from Queens, New York, just made it a 2-possession game. Timeout, Central Maine, trailing by 5. 10.7. So again, a great game, and both teams are going to benefit from this. Unless the Mustangs can pull out a miracle here. The Knights play Vaughn College on December 13th. The Mustangs are at Southern Maine on the 14th. The women and men's doubleheader, in-state rivalry in the YSCC. That'll be a 6 and 8 o'clock start at Southern Maine Community College in South Portland on the 14th. Great facility down there, great setting. As well as always a great setting here at Central Maine Community College.
Well, this has been a great game. Hope you enjoyed it at home. Kind of game you want to play non-league.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
A lot of situational play. Things to grow on.
A lot of ebb and flow to this one. Combination of some inside play, tough rebounding, obviously outside shooting. Mustangs have to get a ball in the air really quickly. Here comes Hathaway. Hathaway for 3. No good. Rebound bounces around down to 4 seconds. Out of the corner, no good. And that will do it. And Berkeley College has come to Maine, defeating University of Maine Fort Kent yesterday, and in a great game today. They came back after giving up the lead and have a 91-86 win over Central Maine. Teams congratulate each other in front of us.
Yeah, good trip to Maine for Berkeley. Back-to-back wins. This was a real test. So last night, not a lot of atmosphere here or anything else. Good atmosphere here today for this one,
yes.
Jim, and good play. And both teams had answer challenges, and they did a great job at it. And I think the thing you get is you come out of this game better teams. Both these teams come out better teams.
All right.
So we'll name our player of the game, and then let Jim give you some of the final stats of this one.
Are you naming it now?
I'm going to do it.
Okay. I don't know. We might have to have a recount here.
So Boston Caldwell with 38 points. I'm going to move that 38 points. We'll tell you about that. That way we make sure we get his name fully on there. Okay, there we go. That's a little better. Okay, so Caldwell with 38 points. Want to thank his dad, Colin, for coming on as well, and had a nice interview with him at the half.
Yeah, he was 13 for 19 from the floor, 7 out of 12 from long distance, 5 out of 6 at the foul line. So for you still waiting to put that up there?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yep. It's up.
All right. For the team stats, from the floor, Central Maine actually shot, Rob, 52% from the floor. Berkeley only 45, okay, which is good. Berkeley took 17 more shots. The Mustangs stayed in it, well, not stayed in it, but they took control with a bunch of threes. Caldwell involved with a lot of them. Mustangs 53%, or 52.2 exactly for math people, 12 out of 23, but a very good 10 out of 31 for the Knights. Free throws, Central Maine 16 out of 25 for 64%. The Knights 15 out of 22. That's 68%. Total rebounds, only a 2 rebound edge to Central Maine, 36-34. The Knights did have 13 offensive boards. Also a big number, 16 steals for Berkeley, Rob.
Yeah.
So that cuts down on the possessions. Let's say turnovers, I skipped over. Central Maine had 25 turnovers and Berkeley 16. So you put those two facts together, and that's why Berkeley had more shots, more attempts. Individually, Mark Combs, excellent shooting in all areas. 12 out of 19 from the floor, 9 out of 10 at the foul line. Couple of threes, 35 points. Deshaun Moore also in double figures, 15. Karanja Bright, 14, 7 rebounds. Kenneth Hines, 14, also 7 rebounds. Jihandu Bruner, 8 points. 3 points for Raheem Swinton. Kawaii Usangu had 2. Also seeing action, Rashid Abdullan and Rashawn Thomas actually had 4 assists in limited action. For the Central Maine Mustangs, what an effort by Boston Caldwell. Give credit to his teammates for finding him. Again, 38 points, 13 out of 19 from the floor, 7 out of 12 from behind the arc, 5 out of 6 at the foul line. Wyatt Hathaway had a big second half, ended up with 14. Mapori Semahosa getting a start tonight was the other double-digit scorer with 11 points. He had 6 rebounds. Jeremiah Simeon had some good time off the bench, 7 points. Cam Pollock, 5. Jaden Henderson, 5 points. Michael Connolly only took 3 field goal attempts in the game and still had 8 rebounds. And you could sort of sense he was hurting for that rib. We saw, we didn't get the diagnosis. We had almost like a flak jacket inside his uniform. Malik Foster saw action. Kenray Imodaro saw some brief action, and Josh Thompson was in briefly as well. So that'll about do it for us for about 5 weeks from this venue. So the Mustangs now on the season are 9-2 overall. They still obviously remain undefeated in the conference, 5-0. And I'll be checking on that game against Southern Maine on the 14th from South Portland. I know Jeff Schools and his people will do a great job with that women's and men's doubleheader at 6 and 8. And Rob, we wish you and everybody happy holidays.
Yes.
As we count down 2022, wherever you folks may be, around the state, around the country, and around the world. Any closing comments? You got a hockey game tomorrow.
Hockey tomorrow. We'll see you at about 4:15 as the Mustangs will take on Wentworth Institute.
Great job on the camera by Andrew Severson, as always. The CM women won the first game over Berkeley 67-28. And a back and forth, great matchup. In the end, Berkeley prevailed over Central Maine 91-86. Speaking for our executive producer, Rob Munzing, and our cameraman, Andrew Severson, I'm Jim Toomey. Until the next time on Munzing Media Sports, the official streaming partner of Central Maine Community College Athletics. Happy holidays and so long, everybody.